In this video, I'll show you how you can create an amazing looking Amazon affiliate blog using free theme and free plugins. So if you are planning to launch your Amazon affiliate blog, then make sure you watch this tutorial till the end, and I'll show you how you can design your blog step by step. And in the end, I will also show you how you can download the exact theme and import that in your blog or start a new blog using this theme. So let's begin. Hi, my name is Ankit and welcome to ankitsharma.tv, where we create videos related to WordPress, blogging and search engine optimization. So if you are new here and love to watch tutorials like this, then make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we upload a new video. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we will be building today in this tutorial. So in this tutorial, I'll show you how you can build this Amazon affiliate blog by just using free themes and plugins. So if we take a look at the home page, we have our logo on the left, we have a menu on top, and we have a big banner with the search option. Below that, we have some categories where we can showcase our posts and a button to go to our all the archive page. And below that, we have some newsletter and lead capture form. Alright. And if we go ahead and take a look at the archive page, here is the blog archive page where you have category title on the top and you have the archive blog post below that. And if you open any of the blog posts, you can see the customized design of blog post as well, where on the top we have the blog feature image, and below that we have a clean design of our blog post, and all these design elements are done by just using the free plugins. And once you download the theme, you will also get the two different layouts for the home page. And this is the second layout where we have a search bar on the top and we have a post carousel here, and below that we have the categories like the first page, and we also have the text below this. And if you go ahead and check the third option for the home page, we have the full width search bar on the top. Below that we have a post slider where we can showcase any category posts, and after that we have a different style of showcasing different category posts using a post carousel on the left and some content on the right. And below that we also have a different style of showcasing the post here. And once again, we have the content at the bottom. And all of this you will get once you download this free theme using the link in the description below. All you have to do is just go to the link in the description below and download the theme, and you can start your Amazon affiliate blog by just using this free theme. Now let's start with this tutorial and I'll show you how you can design this blog step by step. So let's begin. Alright, so let's move on to our first step and book our domain name and web hosting for our Amazon affiliate blog. But before that, let me explain how I choose web hosting for my Amazon affiliate blogs. Now, I see many people who wish to start their Amazon affiliate blog and wish to earn money online, but the thing that is holding them back is the expensive hosting plans. But the truth is, you do not have to spend too much money in the beginning on hosting. I highly recommend you to start from a cheap hosting company and then at least get your blog live. And once you start getting traffic, you can go ahead and invest that amount in buying some more premium hosting plans, and you can expand your hosting plans as per your traffic. So if you are holding a dream to build an Amazon affiliate blog or any kind of blog to earn money online, then make sure that you are not holding that dream just because of expensive hosting plans. Whenever I build an Amazon affiliate blog, I start with cheap hosting companies like Hostinger. I use them for at least 6-7 months, and as soon as I see the blog is getting traffic now, maybe around 4,000 to 5,000 visitors a month, I know this is the time I need to switch my blog from Hostinger to other hosting service provider that I use. And these days I am using Name Hero, which I really like for their premium services. So first, let's go ahead and get our domain and hosting from Hostinger, and then we will move ahead. And of course, all the links are given in the description below. If you wish, you can go ahead and use that. So once we go to Hostinger website, we go to hosting section, and then we click on shared web hosting. And as you can see that their premium shared hosting plan, which allows you to host 100 websites, will cost you around $2.59 per month. Now, if you are planning for a long-term business using Amazon affiliate blogs and wish to launch multiple blogs in the coming year, I highly recommend that you choose this premium shared hosting plan, which will only cost you $2.59 per month. And you will be able to host 100 websites. You will get 20 GB SSD storage, which is more than enough, and the monthly traffic limit is around 25,000 visits per month. But of course, as soon as our blog gets around 5,000 to 6,000 visitors per month, we know that this is the time we need to switch to a different host. So I use Hostinger web hosting as a launching pad for all my new blogs. So that's why I have purchased premium shared hosting for myself, so that I can just keep on adding new websites here and then grow it from here. Alright, so once we go ahead and add to cart this plan, you can see that $2.59 will be for 48 months. Now their $2.59 per month plan is only applicable when you stick with them for at least 48 months. Now this might sound a very long commitment, but if you are serious about your Amazon affiliate blogs business, then this is a very cheap deal. So for 48 months of hosting, you only need to pay $124. So I highly recommend that you choose at least 48 months and then keep this as a launching pad of all your blogs in future. So in the next step, we'll put up our email ID here, and then you can choose your preferred payment mode to finish up the checkout process. And once you click on secure payment, then all you have to do is just click next and follow the steps, and they are pretty simple. Alright, so here is the welcome message. We'll click on start now, and we will go ahead and claim our free domain. So we'll click on continue, and this is the stage I will go ahead and skip that so that I can get into the control panel of Hostinger. Now during this checkout process, they will ask you to choose a server location. Now make sure you choose the server location based on your target traffic. If you are targeting US visitors on your blog, then make sure you choose the US server. If you are targeting Indian customers for your blog, then make sure you choose somewhere in Europe or Asia. So here are the contact details that we need to fill for the domain. So let's fill it up. So once the checkout process is done, let's go ahead and click on login. Once you log into your Hostinger account, this is the dashboard you see, and we have our hosting section here, and we have our domain section here. So let's go ahead and click on manage our hosting so that we can start installing the WordPress. So now we are in the hosting section of Hostinger, and here we will now add WordPress to our domain so that we can start building up our blog. So once we go to auto installer, we see the first option as WordPress. We're going to select that, and from here we need to select HTTPS because the domain that we have selected using Hostinger comes with a free SSL. So we will choose HTTPS, our domain name. So I'll be doing this WordPress installation in subfolder. So I'll name the folder as something like this. Go ahead and add a WordPress administration username and password. Alright, in the next step, we have to enter username for our WordPress admin. Then we will add password for our WordPress admin section, and administrator email will be the admin email ID for that WordPress backend. And you can give a title to this Amazon website or the blog that we are building. So here in this section, we can see that it will be creating a new database. So here I will select always update to the latest available version so that we can get the latest SQL and PHP version. So now we go ahead and click on install so that we can start the process of adding WordPress to our domain. Alright, so our WordPress installation is done. We have our URL here, so let's go ahead and click on that. So this is the front end of the WordPress that we have installed, and of course it's not looking very good. So let's go ahead and log in the WordPress backend and start doing the beautification of this blog. Alright, so we go ahead and log into our WordPress admin panel. Alright, so once we log in, this is the default WordPress dashboard. So let's turn off these things. I like my dashboard clean. Alright, so first of all we will remove the plugins that we do not need. So we will select all, but I'll keep the Lightspeed cache. Other than that, select everything, delete, apply. Alright, so now we have a clean plugin section as well. Alright, so now let's go ahead and add the theme for our Amazon affiliate blog. So we go to appearance, we go to themes. Now as you can see that we have the default theme right now. So we go ahead and add a new theme. So we click on new, and for this tutorial we will be using Cadence theme, which is very lightweight, absolutely fast, and you will be surprised to see how many features they provide in a free theme. So let's go ahead and add that. So once we type in Cadence in the search, we have the theme here. Click on install. So as I have mentioned before, we will only use the free themes and free plugins to build our Amazon affiliate blogs. And we will try our best to keep the use of plugins as less as possible so that we will keep the load on the website at minimum. So we go ahead and activate that. Alright, the theme is active. Now let's go ahead and remove the other themes because we do not need them. Alright, so once the theme installation is done, let's go ahead and add the plugins we will be needing in this tutorial. So we go to plugins, we go to add new, and in the search plugin we will add again Cadence. So this will actually enhance the features of Gutenberg by adding few blocks, and I'll show you during the process how this helps in creating some amazing looking designs. So we start the installation. Alright, once it is done, we'll click on active. And on the top, it's asking us to install the Cadence starter templates. We don't need that. We will be building our blog from the scratch. So we're gonna go ahead and close this box. So there is one more plugin that we need to add. So let's go ahead and do that. So the plugin that we need to add is the ultimate add-ons for Gutenberg from Brainstorm Force. So this is the same which also produce Astra theme. So it is pretty popular and trusted source. So let's go ahead and add that. Alright, and then click on activate. Alright, so the ultimate add-on for Gutenberg is now installed. Below that you can see we have various options available from this plugin. So we won't be using every block from this plugin. So let's go ahead and deactivate all. And right now we will be turning on only two of them, which is post grid and the post carousel. So later on if we need, we can go ahead and activate more blocks. So right now we will just keep these two active. So the next plugin we will be adding is completely optional, but I'll be using it in our design. So if you want, you can go ahead and skip that part. But I will be using that plugin for capturing the leads on my website. So I'll be adding that. So we will be using contact form. So let's choose contact form 7. We'll click on install and click on activate. Alright, so we go to settings and the normal contact form we have here, and we'll just use whenever we need to add a contact form. Alright, so our theme is done, our plugins are done. Let's go ahead and do some basic changes in the WordPress backend so that we can have a optimized WordPress website. So first of all, we'll go to posts and we will go to categories. And instead of uncategorized category, we will rename it to general. Now you can name it as whatever blog you are building, but just for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just naming it as general. And alright, next is to add a new page. So we go to pages, click on new, and we have a Gutenberg editor here. So we give the page title as home. So this will be our home page. Just click on publish. Alright, when we go back to settings and we click on reading, and we now change our home page to static page home. We do not assign any page for posts yet, so we don't need to do that. And we select each post feed will include summary only. We click on save changes. Alright, after that we go to permanent links. And from here, we change the post URL to post name. So the URL of all your blogs will be like your website name and the post title. So once that is done, we click on save changes. Alright, so in the next step, we will start using Cadence customization to build up the design of our blog. And I'll walk you through the process step by step. Alright, so let's continue customizing our blog theme, and in this section I'll show you how you can assign different color palettes to your blog, and whenever required, maybe on occasion of a sale or maybe depending on different categories, you can use this feature which is inbuilt in the free version, where you can assign different color palettes to your blog, and whenever you need to change the color scheme of your blog for any page or any blog post, you can go ahead and do that by just click of a button. So let's go ahead and see how it works. So I have created this page where we have a page title, and I have added different heading tags and a link, a button, and various other elements that we normally see on the page. So we go ahead and edit this page by customizing it. So I go ahead and open this link in a new tab. Here I'm in the customizer, and from here I'll click on general. I'll select colors, and here you can see that we have palette 1, 2 and 3, which have different colors for different elements. Now, as I mentioned before, using Cadence theme, you can switch these color palettes to assign different color schemes to your complete blog. So with just a click of a button, you can easily change the color scheme of your website. So for example, if we choose this color, it's an accent color. You can see as soon as I select this color from here, the color of the link here is now changed to orange. If I go ahead and change it to blue, you can see that it's now blue. So let's go ahead and update all these elements and see what different color options we can create. So I already have selected 3 color schemes, orange, blue and green, and these are the color codes for various elements here. So I go ahead and copy paste each of these color code here. And another way you can do is import the complete section in these palettes, and I'll show you how to do that. So first of all, let's go ahead and copy and paste each of these colors and see how it changes the color scheme. One more thing I would like to mention here, that if you're not sure which color scheme you can create, then you can use the predefined templates from here. Once we click on that, we have different palette options here. So let's say if we click on this one, you can see that the button is now red. We have the link as red. The text of the H4 text is also updated. We have a new background color. And if you go ahead and change it to this one, we have everything now in green. So this way you will get a starting idea that how you can use these color palettes to update your design scheme, and then you can customize it later on. So I already have my color scheme ready, so I just go ahead and update each one of them one by one. So if you want to check which color is getting updated after changing the color, you can just mouse over it and see that this one says Accent Alt. So it means when we mouse over on this link, it will be changing to the yellow color which we have assigned here. So if you mouse over on the next element, it says the strongest text, which means the h1 tags or the page title as here. So let's go ahead and continue adding the colors. So now we have assigned the palette 1 as orange. So we now have a page title with an orange background. We have our link as orange. We now have the buttons here, which is also showing orange. So let's go ahead and assign the color palette 2. And for this blue one, I'll copy this complete section. I'll choose this folder option and click on import export, and I'll paste the color code here and I'll click on import. So now these colors is now imported as our palette 2, which we can go ahead and verify. And if we go ahead and check the second color, yes, that's the same color. So let's go ahead and update the third one as well. We select all the code from here and then click on this folder, click on import export. Once again, we paste the code in import section and import. So now we have a green color scheme as well. And instead of blue, let's go ahead and change it to a little bit dark green. So it will match the color scheme of green here. Alright, so once the color is done, let's go ahead and click on publish. So now we have an orange, blue and green color palette which we can use on anywhere on our website. Now to change the typography of any title or any text on the website, so we have an option in customizer. We have typography, and from here we have the base font as system default regular 17 pixel. So if I go ahead and change it to maybe 20 pixel, you can see that our text is getting updated. So I'll keep it as 17. And from here you can go ahead and change the heading font family. We can go ahead and update it to maybe this one, just in case, to show what are the possibilities. So you can choose the layout as you wish. So I'll go ahead and add this font. So all the headings are now updated, and if you want just to change the typography of H1 font, you can go ahead and change it from here. And one thing, if you have noticed, there is a globe icon which says select color. So by default it's showing the globe icon with a gray in the background, which means it's choosing the heading color from the color palettes which we have defined in just a few minutes ago. So whatever color you define here, it will be used everywhere on the website. Now to confirm that, it always shows this globe icon to show that this color is being assigned from the color palette. So this is how you know that the color you are using is coming from your color palette. So if you want to go ahead and change the individual color for maybe, for example, H1 font, you can go ahead and change it from any color from here. Or you can also assign a color from this global palette. So if you want your H1 tag should be in orange color, which is again the same as your color scheme, you can do that from here itself. But let's go ahead and keep it the same as earlier. So if you want that this title should be in a different color, so we go ahead and select the H1 title, and from here we go ahead and select this layout. So I'll choose the title color as here, and then we click on publish. So now we have updated the color of the page title, but not the H1 tag of our website. Once again, there are a lot of options which you can play around with to create your own custom theme, to create your own custom typography and the color scheme. So let's close this one and let's see how it looks in the front end. So we go ahead and refresh this page, and now you can see we have a page title with an orange color, and we have already selected the orange scheme, so it's showing the orange color in the link as well as in the page title. Now you can see that this button is not matching our color scheme. So now let's go ahead and assign the color palette to this element as well. So we click on this button, and from here we go to our settings of Cadence block. It is one of the element from the plugin that we have added for Cadence. So the button inherent style, it's showing default, but let's go ahead and select as theme. So now the button is of same color as of our theme. So whenever we add any element in our page or anywhere on the blog, we can assign the style from our color palette itself. So this is how you can assign the color scheme from the color palette to any element that you are working on in the page editor or in the blog post editor. So just to show you that if in case the element that you are adding on the page is not reflecting the color scheme from your theme, you can do that from the settings of that particular blog, which is available here. So we go ahead and click on update. So now we will designing our home page with some banners and search option, and we'll showcase the blog post on the home page, and then we will design the single blog post and the archive pages of our blog. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so let's start editing our home page. So we go ahead and click on edit, and let's open that in a new tab. And here we have our home page title, and below that we have added some dummy text. So we will go ahead and update that. But before that, let's open the page in the new tab. And for the home page, we want to get rid of this big title. And here we will put up some banner and the search option. So in our page editor, we go ahead and click on this page setting. And you can see that in the Cadence theme, we have various options we can choose for this particular page itself. We can disable the transparent header. We can disable the page title, which we want. So let's go ahead and disable that. And the page layout right now is default. And you can add a full width layout, which we want. So we click on that. If you want to have a left sidebar or right sidebar, you can choose that accordingly. For the content style, we select unboxed because we want our content on the full width. So with that, let's close this tab. And above this text, we go ahead and add a section. So we go ahead and insert a before. Once we type in /, we can see a new row layout block is here, which we got from our Cadence plugin. So we go ahead and select the 3 equal column layout. And we will be adding all the content in the middle. The left and the right one are just to give a gap for the look. So let's go ahead and select this section. Let's reduce this to 15%. And let's reduce this one as well to 15%. And let's go ahead and add our heading first. So I just go ahead and grab a heading from my notepad. Let's paste it here. Alright, below that we have this text. Just go ahead and paste that. Alright, below that, let's go ahead and add a search bar where we can search our products in the blog. So I just go ahead and click on that and choose the search bar as this one. And above the search bar, let's go ahead and add this text. So we go ahead and type in this search text here. Alright, so now let's go ahead and start the designing of this complete row. So we go ahead and we go to this wrench icon here. And as you can see, the normal gutter is 30 pixel. We can add different margin and padding from here as well. Another cool way to add margin and padding is by taking your mouse above this row, and you can see that we have the cursor changed. So we can go ahead and expand this a little bit. So you can see that it's adding padding here. The more we drag this cursor, the more we add or decrease the padding here. So I'll go ahead and add maybe 60 pixel above, maybe 70 pixel above, and 70 pixel at the bottom. Alright, so now we go ahead and choose a background image for this row. So we go ahead to upload sections and select our file, and here is our background. So let's go ahead and change the color scheme here. So I'll make it 50% from left and 50% from top. So it'll be almost center aligned. So the background image size will be cover. So it will be covering the complete row. And it will be scroll type as scroll. If we go ahead and click on fix, you can see that image will be fixed and content will be moving. But let's keep it on scroll. So let's keep things simple here. So if you want, you can add a background overlay as well. So we can go ahead and add a color layout, maybe depending on our color scheme. And let's add an opacity a little bit so that we can change this look depending on the color palette we are choosing. So now let's go ahead and change the text color. So the normal text here will be white. But instead of orange, let's go ahead and choose the dark color, the dark gray. So I think this one looks much better. Let's go ahead and increase the opacity. So now the little bit of darker tone will look much better. So let me just go ahead and click on update, and let's preview the page in the front end. Alright, so now we have our logo, we have our menu. Below that we have our hero section here with our search bar. So now let's go ahead and add some elements at the home page below the banner. So we go back to edit page. Alright, so now above this text, we will go ahead and add a new row. So we type in / and then we will choose advanced columns from the ultimate add-ons that we have just added. We click on single column, and then we will click on the border line so that we can edit some settings here. We will add a padding 40 from the left and 40 from the right. Alright, so under that we will add a row layout from the cadence block, not the ultimate add-on this time. So we'll click on row layout. We will choose single row. And for this one, we will be taking 5 pixel border at the bottom. And the border color will be coming from our global color palette, that is orange. Under that, we will add advanced heading. We will choose a category title here. We will align the text in center, and the color will be again from the global color palette, orange again. Alright, let's click on update and see how it looks in the front end. Alright, so we have our top banner, below that we have our category. So now after this row, we will be adding another block. Here we will show our post grid. So there are two options. The one post grid will be from the cadence block. So to show our post, we will be using the ultimate add-on post grid. We'll click on that. And now you can see that our blog posts are showing here. I have already added some sample content in the backend, so these are the posts coming from there. So let's go ahead and check the settings. So we will not show from every category. We will select only from electronics. We will only show 3 posts, and 3 columns are fine. And we also don't need this read more link. And we will also get rid of the content. So we only need title. So the categories will be electronics because we have entered electronics here. Alright, so below that we will add a link. So we'll choose advanced button. So we will link this button to all the posts in this category. So in the button setting, we will type in the URL. We copy the link, paste it here. So the background color will be again from the color palette. Or we can just choose the themed button. So the button settings will be implemented from the color palette. Alright, let's go ahead and update. Refresh the front end. Alright, so first of all, we have our menu, we have our banner section with search bar, and below that we have the title of the category with 3 posts, and we can click on read more from this particular category, and this will take us to the page where all the posts under this category will be listed. So we will design that later on. So let's go back to our home page like this. We go ahead and duplicate this entire row, or I should say entire column. We'll duplicate this one, and now instead of electronics we will type in headphones as our next category, and here we can change the category to maybe speakers, and I'll change the text to speakers and change the button as well. And link that to speakers. Alright, so let's go ahead and refresh that again and see how it looks in front end. So now we have category 1 post grid here, category 2 post grid here, and we can add few more, so on. So this is how we can showcase the post grid on the home page or any page we want. Alright, so below that we go ahead and add a new row. So we'll choose the row layout. This one we will choose 2 column, and let's go ahead and add a background color. We'll choose the background color from the color palette, the light orange, and on the left we go ahead and add some heading. And below that we add a paragraph. Just some random tags to capture leads. So on the right side we will add our contact form 7 styler, which is coming from the ultimate add-ons. We will select the form, and here it is, our name, email, subject and message. So we will be only using the email field so that we can capture the email IDs. So we go back to our contact 7 settings and remove all the fields. So first of all, let's click on update. We go back to our contact forms, and from here we click on edit, and let's go ahead and delete the name, the subject and the message. Alright, so we click on save. Now let's go ahead and reload this page. Alright, so now we see that we only have the email field here. So let's go ahead and do some styling. So field style box or underline. So we prefer the box one with border solid 1 pixel, border radius 5 pixel, and border color would be the dark gray. Now let's go to submit button. Submit button color will be dark. So the submit button color would be white and the background color would be dark orange. Same like our theme. And let's add some border radius to 10 pixel. Alright, so we have our text here, we have our form field here. So you can go ahead and link that to any email marketing platform like MailChimp. I have created a separate video for how to connect contact form 7 to your MailChimp. So I'll leave that video in the I button above or maybe in the description below. So you can go ahead and watch how to connect the contact form 7 to MailChimp to collect all the leads. So right now we just go ahead and do some little bit more styling. Let's add a 40 pixel from right and 40 pixel from left. Alright, so to match this layout, we're gonna change the settings a little bit. We change it to 3 column layout, and then we just go ahead and put this heading above this form, and we will also put this text below this heading, and we will remove a little bit of gap, and we will make it a little bit wide from here as well. Now click on update, and then we will click on refresh. So now we will align the text to center, align this one as well to center. So we align our form in center as well. And now once everything looks in center, we click on update, and let's see how it looks in the front end. Alright, so now it looks much better, and below that we're gonna add one more, and below that let's go ahead and add our footer. So we go to customize. Alright, so after that we now go ahead and design our footer. So we will be doing that from the Cadence theme customizer, because footer will be remaining same on all the pages. So we have all the options available in the Cadence theme customizing option. So let's go ahead and do that. So for that we go ahead and click on customize, and then we go ahead and click on footer. And as you can see right now we do not have anything here. So first of all we will go ahead and add footer navigation right in the center. Alright, as you can see that our menu is already here. If you want to check the settings, we click on this wrench, align the menu to center, vertical align to middle, and in the design we have various settings. So right now if you want, we can change the color to orange. After that, if we select the menu, we scroll down. We already have top menu selected, so we'll leave it as it is. We'll publish this one. And below that, we go ahead and add a copyright information. So we go ahead and select the copyright widget, drop it below this one. And here you can see that we have the copyright information showing here. Once again, we click on publish, and let's see how it looks in the front end. Alright, so we have our footer here and the copyright information below that. So now our homepage is complete. Let's go ahead and design the single blog post of our website. So let's go ahead and do that. So now I have already added few blog posts so that we can do the implementation work. So let's go ahead and edit the style of the blog post. So for that, we go ahead and open any of the blog posts from here, or we can just go ahead and directly click on customize from any page. We click on customize. And from here, we go to blog post. It's already active here, so I'm just showing you how you can reach there. We click on single post layout. And from here, we can play around with various settings. So right now, if you want, you can go ahead and disable title, which I'm sure nobody wants. We'll click on that to show the title. Now you can go ahead and change the page layout to full width. So from here, you can change the layout by showing the page title as full width. But I'll prefer the layout in below the image. And if you want, you can hide and show various things here. So you can play around with these settings. So below that, we have the post layout setting, which is, we also have an option for full width. But I'll keep it as narrow. I like it that way. So we have the show feature image. If you want, you can go ahead and hide that, but I'll prefer this. So for the feature image, we can also choose the full width. I like this one, so I'll go with this one. And you can also play around with the design and the font color by just choosing the font color as maybe the global orange if you want, but I'll prefer it to the dark one, so I'll reset it to the default. Now if you scroll down, you can see that I have already done some designing here, so I'll show you how it is done. So this is not from the customizer, this is the individual post I have written in this fashion, in this design way. So I'll show you how I have done that. So right now I'm pretty satisfied with the layout of our blog post. So we'll click on publish, and the basic customization ends here. We now go ahead and dive in the individual blog post to see how we can create these elements. So for that, let's go ahead and open any blog post. And as you can see that here is some highlighted text. If you want, you can go ahead and change the designing, the layout things in this particular blog post by just click on this edit post setting icon. You can go ahead and disable the title, and you can play around with the post layout, with the content style as well. So various options available as per your content requirement. So right now let me show you how I have designed these elements. So let's start by entering a block. So let's say if you have a paragraph here and you have some link. So let's go ahead and highlight a link here. Maybe this one. We'll give it a link, just a random link. Now you can see that from the color palette, the link is showing orange and the hover color is showing yellow. And again, we go ahead and type in the simple text here, and we can go ahead and create another link. All right. And now we go ahead and add some background color to this. So this is a paragraph block. So right now we go to color settings, and from the background color, we choose this light orange. You can choose different color from here, but I'll stick to the themes color. Alright, so this is how you can create some highlighted text in the blog post. Below that, we have this content block. So let's see how it is done. So for that, we have a title. Below that, we have a row layout, and that row layout got 2 columns. Below that, we have a button. So let's go ahead and recreate this. So let's go ahead and add a title. So let's say we use the same text, and we will change this text to our advanced headings. We will align that to center. We will change the color to color palette orange, and we now have our heading same as this one. All right, below this one, we will add another block, and this time we will add a row layout, and we will choose a row layout single column. Under that, we will add columns. We will choose 2 column layout. Let's go ahead and do styling and design so that we can add this border to the complete row. So we scroll down. We will click on this icon so that we can add a border on all the sides. Border width will be 4 pixel. Border color from the color palette, and the radius 5 pixel or maybe 15. And now from the left hand side, we will add an image. So let's click on media library because we already have the image here. We'll select this image on the left, align it to center, and on the right, we copy the same text. We'll choose a paragraph, paste it, and below that, we have the lists. So let's click on enter. We'll add some list, and you can enter any content you like. So let's just go ahead and enter any sample content. So now below that, we will add a button. So we choose advanced button. We type in the text buy from Amazon. Now we go ahead and it's already center aligned. We change the settings here. Let's go ahead and add some URL here. You can add any product URL you want. So we will choose the width as full. Background color will be from the theme, and text color once again from the theme. Border color, maybe this one you want. If you want, you can go ahead and skip that. Border radius, we will choose 7 pixel. Let's go ahead and add the Amazon icon. Alright, so the icon will be on the left, not on the right. Alright, so pretty much the same icon. We have just added the border. If you want, you can just go ahead and remove the border. So as per your design requirement, you can do that. And let's go ahead and add some padding here. So we will add overall padding of 10 pixels. Alright, now this looks pretty much the same as this one. Alright, after that we have these bullet points. So below that we now add a row again, this time with 2 columns. And on the left we will add the list icon and we will type in all these text from here. Alright, so now go ahead and change the settings here. So the color will be same. We'll change the icon color from here. For this one, we will be using a custom color, green, which will always remains the same no matter what color palette we use. And same for this one, we will choose a text. Let's copy this one. Again, we will choose the list icon. Paste our text and our icon styling. Change the icon to, alright, this one, the icon is here. Let's go ahead and change the icon color to red. And this will also remain the same no matter what color scheme we choose. Alright, so now it looks exactly like this. So below that we have a very simple table. So let me show you that as well. Let's go ahead and copy this text. We will add a paragraph and align it to center. After that, we will add a table. Alright, so we will have 2 columns and 2 rows to begin with. We will create the table and here we will copy this text and then we will paste it here. We will choose the default style and once again we go ahead and enter all the details. To add one more row, we click on this icon and we will add one more row after this one. So you can keep adding the rows and add the content. So this is how I have added the table below that and just some normal content after that. Now here comes an important part. I have done this styling in this blog post. So in order to use all these elements in a different blog post, we need to find a way to save this as a template and reuse it in any other blog post. Or if in case we want to show this list in a different post, there should be a way that we can reuse this section again and again. So to do that, we have an option inbuilt in WordPress Gutenberg, which is called the reusable blocks. So let's go ahead and save the elements as reusable blocks and I'll show you how you can import that in a different blog post. Alright, so let's say if we want to save this section as a reusable block so that we can add it in a different blog post or maybe in this blog post as well. So instead of creating that again, I just go ahead and add this block and I'll get all the things in one place. And so instead of recreating this again and again, there should be a template which I can use again and again. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'll click on this. So I'll click on this row and from these 3 dots, it says an option here, add to reusable blocks. So I'll click on that. And now it's asking me to name this reusable block. So let's go ahead and name something. Product showcase with button. So I'll save this block. Alright, so now my block is saved. Now if I want to add the same block again, I do not have to create everything again. I just need to click on add block and search for the block name that I have given. So as you can see, it shows the product showcase with button block here. If I click on it, it will duplicate all the things that I have saved in a reusable block. Now here is an important thing to understand. Right now we have just imported the reusable block here. In order to edit this block without affecting our parent template or the parent reusable block, we need to convert this one into a regular block. So we click on here. So now it's just a block with all the design elements in it, which we can edit, but it will not affect whatever we have saved in the reusable block. Like this one. This is our reusable block, which we have not edited yet. So let me show you what happens when you edit the reusable block. So let's go ahead and add this reusable block once again. So we click on here. So now we have a new reusable block here. If I'll click on edit and just add letter S here, you can see that whatever changes I am making here is also getting reflected in the above block as well. So always make sure that whenever you use a reusable block, first convert that into a regular block and then do the editing. So here we click on save, we convert that into regular block. Now if we go ahead and do any editing, it will not reflect on the one that we have saved, that is the parent reusable block. So I'll go ahead and remove this one. In the same way, we can go ahead and add this section as a reusable block. So let me just go ahead and do that. We'll click on add to reusable blocks. We will name it as feature bullets. We'll click on that. Now it is converted to a regular block. We can again go ahead and call it anywhere on any page of our website. So we type in feature. Now we have the feature bullets again as a reusable block. To edit this, we need to convert that into regular block and then we can do any editing. So this is how you can use these reusable blocks to save your time and make some amazing looking blog posts or pages on your website. So we'll update this and we will see how it looks in the front end. Alright, so we have our feature image on top, which is full width, which we have edited from the customization. And below that, we have the title and we have the highlighted text. We have our title in the orange, our feature box with the button, and we have our table and bullet points here. So let's go ahead and do some basic editing in our archive page. So here is the archive page for one of our category speakers. We have the title on the top, which looks good. We have the blog post here, and below that we have the footer. So there is not much thing to edit here, but let's see what options we have. We'll click on customizer and we go to blog post, archive layout, and once again we have an option to change the title here, but I like the full width with the background color. If you want, you can go ahead and change the alignment of the text, but center is good. And once again, you can play around with all the settings. We have the archive layout as narrow, normal, and full width. So I'll prefer the normal one. So here I will hide the categories because it's already inside the category page. So there is no sense of showing that again. I'll hide the meta as well on this page. I'll hide this text and I'll also hide the read more. So once again, in the design section, you can play around with the settings. Right now, I'm satisfied how it looks. So let's go ahead and click on publish. We'll close this one. So this is how our archive page will look like. Here we have our title, which we can change the color depending upon the color palette we choose. And below that, we have the post with the titles. Alright, so in this section, I'll walk you through how you can download this theme and use it on your website for free of cost. All you have to do is just go to the link in the description and you will be able to download the theme files. And here I'll show you what you need to do once you download the files. So there are two scenarios. First is that you do not have any website yet. It is a fresh Amazon website you are starting up. So all you need to do is have a backup and migration plugin like WP Vivid. I have already created a video which I will link in the I button above or in the description for migrating website from one server to another, or maybe from a local server to your live server. So I'll create a backup of this website so that you can use the WP Vivid backup file as it is on your website. Just import it and everything will be set for you. Now the second scenario is that you already have a Amazon affiliate blog and you want to implement this theme. So let me show you how you can change your theme and look and feel of your Amazon affiliate blog to this theme. So we will start with a fresh installation of WordPress like this one. We do not have anything yet here. So everything is clear. We only have sample post. And if we go to themes, we have the normal the normal basic WordPress themes. So for that, let's go ahead and first install our Cadence theme. So we'll search for Cadence and we will install the Cadence theme. Alright, so we will not activate this theme right now. We are going to upload a child theme of Cadence. We will not activate this theme right now. We're gonna upload a child theme of Cadence so that you can do all the customization and everything with that theme in the child theme. So whenever there is an update in the Cadence theme, you don't have to worry about how it will affect your site or not. So let's go to upload themes, and here is my Cadence child theme. We'll click on install now. And now we're gonna activate our child theme. Just to give it a name, I have named it April blog. So don't get confused if it is a Cadence child theme or something else. So let's go ahead and install our plugins. So we go to plugins, add new, and we need Cadence blocks, install now. And we also need Gutenberg add-ons. So we click on install now. We will activate all of them at once we are done with installing. After that, we will be needing Form 7. Right, click on install. In the end, we also need one more plugin to import all our settings from the live website to this new website. So let's go ahead and add that as well. It is called Advanced Import. Here is the plugin. We'll click on install now. Alright, so we do not need anything else. We go to install plugins and then we'll select all and activate all of them at once. Ultimate add-ons all activated. You can deactivate whichever you don't need. And now all we need to do is get the export file from the website so that we can import it here. So let's go ahead and refresh the front end once so that we can take a look. Alright, this is the April theme, the basic Cadence child theme, which is right now do not have anything. So now let's go ahead and export the data from the website so that we can import it here. So for that, I go to my live website and go to dashboard. Now to export all the stuff from this website, we will be needing a plugin called Advanced Export. Now this one is the Advanced Import, which we need to import our files. But to export the settings and the files from this website, we need another plugin from the same company. It's called Advanced Export. If you just scroll down a bit, you will find it here, Advanced Export. It is already activated on this site, so that's why the button is showing this disabled. So now let's go ahead and export the site and data. For that, we go to Tools, we go to Advanced Export, and then here it's asking us what you want to export. So we will be selecting all content, and it will include post, pages, contact forms, media, widget, and everything. We will include media as well. And don't worry, it is not going to replace your existing post or pages if it is on your website. So that is why we are using this plugin. It is not going to replace your existing content. Unlike the backup plugins like WP Vivid or any XYZ backup plugin, what they do is they just replace completely your website from the imported data. So we don't need that. If you already have a Amazon affiliate blog already live, all we need is the content and the settings and the basic widget data and media, of course. So let's go ahead and export this file. All right, so the zip file is downloaded. Now let's go ahead and import this file. We go to our website where we need to import this data. So here we go to appearance and we go to demo import, and now we choose the zip file. I have already downloaded once, so that's why it's showing number 1 here. So now let's go ahead and upload. All right, it's going to take a few seconds and it will be done. All right, so the data is now imported. So let's click on OK. Let's refresh our front end. So now we have the basic structure set up. We have the logo, the menu, and all the changes that we have done on the pages. To check, we can click on homepage layout 2. This is the second style I have created for the homepage, where you have the search bar on the top and the post carousel below that. At the bottom, we have some content. Also, we have the layout number 3, where we have this full width search bar on the top, and below that we have a big giant slider for the post carousel. Below that we have a different style of showcasing content from different category. So now we just need to do some basic customization. So we go back to customizer, and the first thing we need to do is set up our color palette. So we go to colors, and as you can see that the color palette is not imported. So we will select on color palette 1, we will click on that folder, and we can just go ahead and copy paste our color palette code like we did in the beginning. So we are ready with the color palette code like before. So we go and copy this one and paste it in the import section. Click on import. Now the orange color palette is ready. So if we scroll down, everything looks pretty good. Alright, so let's click on palette 2, copy the color code, and once again we will paste it in the import section. Click on import. Same goes with the green. Click on palette 3, import, paste it in there, and then click on import. Alright, so we now click on orange palette 1, click on publish, and let's go ahead and check our home page if we need to do some changes here. Alright, so here is our top bar, our orange color scheme with our button and things looking pretty nice. And below that we can see that our form is not showing here. So let's go ahead and edit the page. So you will get the 80% job done by importing the data from this plugin. So there might be few things that you might need to change once you import the files, like this form. So we'll click on that. We'll select the form as our lead form. As you can see, we have imported the form already here. So just click on the lead form, click on update, and done. All right, so if we go to the home page, here's the form back again. All right, so if we click on any post, here's the post settings. Here is our feature product section, our bullet points and table. Let's go to reusable blocks, and we do not see any blocks here. So let's go ahead and click on page. So now we can see that it's not loading for some reason. Let's go ahead and fix that. We'll click on this, remove this block, remove this one as well, type in / and the first block we have is product showcase with button. All right, as we can see that our reusable block is also imported. After that, we will import the bullet point section. We'll type in / we have the feature bullets block here. After that, we have the specification table. All right, So all the three reusable blocks are here now. We'll click on update, and I think everything is done now. Let's go ahead and check it once. Let's go open the home page layout 2. Yes, everything is looking in the orange color palette theme. We go to home page layout 3, and once again we see our orange theme here. If we go to the archive page, and let's go ahead and check the permanent links. We go to settings, click on permanent links, and we will type in post name and just click on save. Alright, let's go ahead and check our archive page as well. We click on speakers, and here is our heading with the orange color palette and our blog post here. We click on any blog post. We have the big feature image with our content below that and all the reusable blocks that we have created. Now let's go ahead and consider a situation that you do not have the Amazon affiliate blog live as of now. This is the first time you want to start, and let me show you how you can import this theme in your fresh WordPress installation using a free plugin called WP Vivid, which is a backup plugin. So we will take a backup and we will use that to import everything on your site. But first, let's go ahead and take a backup of this live Amazon affiliate blog using the plugin WP Vivid. Then we will use the same backup, import that in a new fresh WordPress installation, which will be your website. So let's go ahead and do that. For that, we go to WordPress dashboard on the live website. And from here, we go ahead and install a new plugin. We'll search for WP Vivid. Alright, here is the plugin. We'll click on install. And after that, we'll click on activate. Alright, so now we will take a backup of database plus files, and we will save this backup to local. There are various things that you can do with this plugin. I have explained that in a separate video. I'll link that in the I button above and the video description below. So if you want, you can go ahead and check that as well. So we'll start the backup. In the meantime, let's go ahead and install the same plugin in a fresh WordPress setup where we will be importing this website backup. So let me show you the current situation of this website. It is a fresh website installation, and we will import everything on this website. So here again, we go to plugins, we'll add new, and then we will type in WP Vivid. We'll click on install. Alright, we will click on activate. Alright, so now our backup plugin is ready on our new site. So let's go back and see what's the status of backup here. Now it's still going on, processing 32%. So hopefully it will be finished soon. Alright, so now our backup task is completed. We have the zip file here. So let's go ahead and download that. Alright, so now we are getting the zip file downloaded. Alright, so now our zip file is done. Let's go ahead and import it in our new site. So we go to our dashboard, and here as well we have already installed the WP Vivid backup plugin. So we go to backup and restore. We scroll down, click on upload, and then we're gonna drop our zip file here. We'll click on upload, and let's wait for the upload process to be done. Alright, the upload process is complete. Alright, so in our backup and restore section, we have the backup uploaded, same like the one we have as a backup here on our live website. So now what you need to do is just click on restore button, and everything which is in this zip file will be made live on your website. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll click on restore, and it will start the process and might take a few minutes. Alright, so we need to click on restore and the process will start. So just a confirmation warning if in case you are working on a live site. So let's click on OK. Alright, so here's the process going on. Alright, so now we have the message that the restore process is successful. We'll click on OK, and it's going to ask us to log in again. Now, once the restore process is done, it will ask you to log in the WordPress dashboard again. And this time you need to use the WordPress admin and password, the one that I will mention in the zip file. So I'll provide you the username and password for this theme. So you can use that to log back in, because now your everything is replaced with what was on the live website. So you might need to change the username and password once you import the theme here. So we go to users, we'll click on all users. So as you can see that it's showing my username. So I will mention the username and password in the zip file. So you can use that to log in here, and you can create your new administrator from here and then delete this one. So let's go ahead and take a look at the front end. We go to visit site, open that in a new tab. Alright, so now we have our theme ready here. We have all the data and the settings imported. If we click on any category, we are on the category archive page with all the settings intact. We click on post. Here as well, we have all the things as we need. If we go to layout, reusable blocks, and we have our reusable blocks here as well. So this is how you can use a backup plugin to import this theme on your website, if in case you are importing it for the first time to create your website from scratch. So this is how you can use the backup plugin to import this theme. So this is how we can create an Amazon affiliate blog using free themes and plugin. And of course, you can go ahead and download this theme and import it on your website for free of cost. If you have any questions, then feel free to type in the comment section below. I'll try my best to answer as quickly as possible. Till then, I'll see you in the next one.